Hi, I'm Lisa Oswald, the Awake channel for the workspace of Pleiadian Great Light Channel. These transmissions create an opening for you to notice your unique energy. They are embedded with awake energy and light information to help you notice the deeper parts of who you are so you can stay connected to your physical body and appreciate all your feelings and emotions. It's time to bring the sense of you home now with nothing left out so you can know why you are here and live a purpose-filled life. This podcast from a Light Body Activation group session is part 2 in the series, Our Ethereal Origins, and explains where humans come from. Question: can you say when this planet's original seeding took place? Not very easily. It was simply a moment pre-time. Who thought of pre-time? A pre-memory of time? What time could that be? Unknown and unknowable. Question: where did humans come from? Seeded. Interplanetary seeding goes on all the time as an exchange and interaction of life, as a beautiful experiment of the manipulation of all kinds of life forms, entities, expressive qualities of beauty and knowledge, all coming together at different points. All legends, myths, and stories found here have a truthful reflection of the original seeding, the original impulse for seeding this planet. With that, some chaos came along at different times with mischosen shapes and objects that were not appropriate. Then the conflicts began. Too many varieties, almost too many multiple forms, trying to exist at the same time here on Earth. It stirred up a lot of chaos on this planet throughout time. Too many differences to harmonize. So along comes a unifying energy that is Pleiadian, and sometimes others not Pleiadian, but energies seeking to bring about a more harmonious look at the beautiful variety that is here from the original seeding. There is so much variety in the genetic material on this wonderful place, which produces a lot of misunderstanding, some chaos, and confusing beliefs. What we're seeking is to bring about a more harmonious and smoothly functioning group. This takes place through a greater appreciation of the original light that brought about so much of this impulse to be here. Many people and other life forms are now overlooking that impulse to be and have more diversity based on not just that original seeding that multiplied itself, but also on the new energy that is here now. There is a new evolving energy on this planet headed towards greater harmony and appreciation of diversity, as well as the much higher realms of communication, such as within families, pet worlds, and plants. The big establishing platform for that original seeding is why there has always been diversity, but without the memory of that original seeding, everyone saw themselves as free to be unique and also destructive towards each other. Some of this comes from the deep instinctiveness of the preservation of uniqueness without the full expression of harmonious awakefulness. Lots of light is being stirred by many important beings. They are here undertaking the stirringness of the quantity of light they have manifested for whatever purpose that is apparent and traced back to the original seeding point. It is holding within its grasp a great strengthening influence now for this planet and for the harmonious future. It's a good time to be present. Question: can you talk more about the origin of the human race? The origin of the human race goes back far beyond our time. We were not the first ones here. That belongs to another group. But we were among the first to be brought here a long time ago. Contrary to many writings and religious texts on this earth, Earth was not originally populated by humankind. Many beautiful energy beings came here and helped form the surface on this planet so it would be more habitable to the denser life forms. Later on, humankind was brought here from other areas of the galaxy and brought here in their full form. They did not evolve. There was no process of becoming humankind. Humankind was brought here and given many language skills, abilities, and tools, and they began to form into a civilization. However, the very first origins of life on this earth were ethereal. There was no gravity on this planet. It was such a long time ago. The great spaces were open to many races from many different galaxies in many different universes. All coexisted here for quite some time until the gravity became so dense the upper planes and frequencies were no longer visible. At that point, there was a separation in the earth between those who lived on the planet's surface with the conditions of gravity and those who could find those great spaces of energy available above the reach of gravity. So gravity played a huge part in separating out the different life forces and life entities that were once here coexisting in many ethereal forms and shapes. Some life forms and entities were even happy and content to build their homes deep into the earth, where they were quite comfortable with the very dense gravity and temperature changes. Unbeknownst to many people today, quite a few civilizations live happily in the great density of this planet's inner planes. They are helping to maintain the integrity of this great Earth planet and hope to someday be recognized for their contributions, as well as those who are on the surface who are unaware of the many life forms that abound on this earth. The animal and plant kingdoms still have encoded in their inner structures from the most ancient times, even before gravity, the awareness and memory of these ancient worlds. So for us, the turning point was gravity. The origins of the humans on this earth were a collection of many beautiful species and essences from around the galaxy who gave their energy to coalesce on the planet's surface at the time of gravity. This origin of humankind is very beautiful and universal. This is why humans are so admired. Many respect the innocent potential of human beings because of the great etheric network which humankind was created from. It is a very universal, complex collection of etheric essences. Within this great unfolding of essences, of etheric essences, came a full appreciation for every possible space that exists in time. It can be known throughout a human being because all is present up to infinity in this nervous system, in this mind, in this space that apparently a body occupies. All this is actually pure, etheric space, pure light vibrating at a very high frequency. This being is just pure light, and your bodies are very transparent to us. We see mostly the original etheric essence that coalesced at the time of gravity. So we ask you to be patient. This is quite a lot of information, but we think you may enjoy reflecting and considering this information. The future Earth is one of simply remembering your etheric essence and becoming aware that these bodies are projections from the beginning of time and that your essential components are light. We greatly admire your ability to wear a body and be light. We greatly admire your ability to bring the two together with love for yourselves and each other, and for all that love reaches out to encompass and unfold. We thank you for your patience. We are happy for your attention and your great clarity of light tonight. Question: who or what was responsible for the original seeding? The original seeding was a mass effort from many different corners, many different awake corners of the universe. It was undertaken with a huge blast of light coming together to create itself. That is what is here. Then it spreads and becomes manifold. Diversity becomes apparent, and belief systems become operational as they replace the original intention of that vast exploding light. That light seeded itself, that light brought into being all that is. That light was expressed and gathered from many awake civilizations, from all corners of space, from here to there. It was all brought together in one big explosion of itself, so this could become conscious. Question: was the seeding of the planet an experiment? Why did it happen? Why? We don't know exactly why without knowing the who. So with that who stepping forward, the why becomes apparent. That's what we've been talking about all this time, is who and why. All this is for you to know yourself, to know why you are here, to know who you are, who you brought with you, and who you want to be. It's so all this accumulated data and information of lifetimes could be passed on at this time to those who are willing or unwilling sometimes just to engage enough of that light and to begin to transcribe themselves back again to who it is they came here to be. All things are present throughout time, space, creation, and on this planet more uniquely than on many others. The experiment part was just the outcome of wondering how long it would take to remember itself again, how long it would take. Question: can our souls be traced back to the original seeding? If you want to know that original intention that gathered that spark to itself, then just know who you are. Then you automatically trace your ancestry as predating that experience. Then everything came through that opening from a different part you are all from, and then joined together to form that light. Then that light diversified to recognize itself, and sometime down the road, at some point in time and space, memory returns. With that comes the full knowledge of where you came from and through which opening you came with that light. It's very important to know that. We want you to know that. You will know that. You do know that already in some parts of yourself. You are reverberating still with that original energy of the opening that came forward to express that initial spark of diversity. This one knows where she came from, and so do many others. At some point, it is helpful for everyone to know that. It brings about an appreciation for why those original lights chose to become what they are now. We love you and encourage you in the directional impulses so you can trust yourself. Trust yourself to know exactly where you are supposed to be and what you are supposed to be thinking about and doing. Trust your one-directional sense of exploring who you are wanting to be. That's where that inner guidance system is fully awake and guiding. Trust that inner sense of yourself moving across this multiplicity we call our lives. Find the part of that energy beam and explore that with more than just the senses. That is trusting that you're more than what the senses tell you. You can delve into that trust. You can delve into that trust, and it can express itself through writing, through being, or living. Encourage that trust to be manifest however you can hear it, and anchor yourself to that. Trust that everything is right and troubling no one. Who we came to be and who we are is truly troubling nobody but ourselves. To know that and to find that out, we don't have to ask anybody else. We can have encouragement, though, to look at other varied aspects of ourselves we are a little bit unfamiliar with. But deep down, we know exactly what we're doing here. So good. Thank you for listening to the transmissions of Pleiadian Great Light Channel. Check out the links below for more information, and thank you for subscribing.